For centuries, men have dreamt of defeating the awesome stretch of water that separates France from England. Oh yes, there is a conventional way of doing it, by joining all those sheep on one of the cross-channel ferries. But that's a form of transport which is either boring, or if the weather's bad, nauseating. For the true adventurer, the English Channel exists not to be crossed, but to be conquered. And the weirder the mode of transport used, the greater the triumph. Take these two Englishmen on a raft powered by a motorbike and about to beach in Calais. Or the French chap on the buoyant motor scooter, returning the compliment by chugging all the way over to Dover. Although it does seem a long way to go for a light. The Thames became the test bed for all potential channel crossers. But so busy did the river become that many attempts ended not in success, but in marriage. Inevitably, the government got involved and sent in the man from the ministry. With his secretary in the pillion position, he would practice for his attempt on the channel by taking a cruise up the River Thames on a scooter-powered surfboard. Despite the incongruity of his attire, he attracted very little attention. Although it was reported that as he neared the Houses of Parliament, the sound of ribald laughter drifted across the water. The idea of an amphibious crossing wasn't new. The Americans had pioneered it, and the Germans had gone one better by crossing the channel in a regulation Volkswagen. But it was the British who pushed the idea to a luxurious extreme. For here was a custom-designed amphibian that could move from land to water at the flick of a switch. It chugged like a dream on a test cruise upriver to Henley-on-Thames. And when it was confronted by a more aggressive French craft, it did something no ordinary boat could ever do. It took refuge on the land. It was an unlikely American who had the last word on unusual channel crossings. He was a man of strange physique. He had to be very tall and very thin to fit in the cockpit of his airborne bicycle. But he pedalled all the way to France, startling a few bathers en route and attracting a crowd which was eager to applaud an exploit that so perfectly combined the marvelous with the absurd. Speaking of improbable channel crossings, whatever happened to that fanciful idea of building a tunnel under the sea all the way to France? Oh, that? I hear it came to nothing.